Red. As the human eye primarily sees red, green, and blue, with almost every other color just being a mixture, red is often the most powerful and intense color that gives off strong emotions like anger or authority. With it, historically, it has been associated with passion, love, and desire, as well as anger, danger, and warning. Even as cavemen, we used red as one of the first colors in art and cave paintings. It often represented the most important things to us then: blood and fire. In many cultures, red was a sacred color symbolizing power, strength, and courage. The red effect states that wearing red is believed to increase a person's attractiveness and perceived dominance, leading to significant advantages in competitive situations including sports and dating. You might think you're immune to its strong psychological effects, but red is a highly stimulating color that raises the heart rate and increases energy levels. Companies are often aware of this, and it's often used in marketing and advertising to grab attention and create a sense of urgency or excitement. Companies like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Netflix have leveraged the power of red in their branding to evoke feelings of energy, appetite, and passion. However, red is also associated with danger and aggression. Warning signs and stop signals are frequently displayed in red because it's easily recognizable and commands attention. Even companies in finance and security use it to show when you lose money again. Blue. With the early humans often looking up and associating the blue sky with the calm heavens, psychologically, blue is considered a cool and relaxing color that can lower blood pressure and heart rate, creating a peaceful and stable environment. Because of the pigments needed to mix to get certain shades of blue, like ultramarine, were expensive, they're often associated with the elite or educated class, such as the Egyptians and Romans. In many cultures, blue was also associated with loyalty, trust, and integrity, as early humans believed the sky would always be blue the next day. Ironically enough, some people have a rare condition called chromatophobia, specifically the fear of the color blue. Sufferers might avoid clear skies and bodies of water, proving that not everyone finds the color as calming as it's generally perceived. Interestingly, its varying shades can also influence the psychology of blue. Lighter blues are typically seen as more calming and gentle, like a nice and calm beach, while darker blues can evoke a sense of strength, intelligence, and professionalism similar to the deep ocean. So, blue is a popular choice for formal attire and uniforms, representing competence and professionalism. Even though blue is generally associated with positive emotions and qualities, it can sometimes evoke sadness in specific contexts. The term "feeling blue" is often used to describe a state of depression or loneliness, because people who would drown or were sick in the past, their lips would turn the color blue as they died. Yellow. With our intense yellow sun giving life to everything on the planet, yellow is often seen as a vibrant and energetic color that radiates warmth and positivity. In ancient Egypt, yellow represented the sun god Ra and was closely tied to royalty and divine power. Psychologically, yellow is believed to stimulate the left side of the brain, which is associated with logic, analytical thinking, and problem-solving abilities. This makes yellow a popular choice in educational settings and workplaces, as it can be mental clarity, focus, and creative thinking. However, yellow also carries a dual meaning as a color of caution and warning. Traffic signals, hazard signs, and safety equipment frequently feature shades of yellow to grab attention and alert individuals to potential dangers or risks. Because of its vibrant and optimistic nature, artists like Vincent van Gogh used shades of yellow to capture the essence of sunlight and the natural world in their masterpieces. In the 17th century, yellow was considered a visually offensive color that was used to mark outlaws and public dissenters, making them walking targets of societal disdain. Green. Green is often seen as the color of life, growth, and renewal. It is deeply rooted in the natural world, giving images of forests, meadows, and spring. Today, green is widely recognized as the color of environmentalism and sustainability due to the climate crisis. Its presence in company branding matches our instinctual longing for harmony with nature and fosters a deep connection to its product. Nowadays, you often associate groceries with places like Whole Foods, etc. In the early 1900s, Paris green was a popular pigment used in everything from wallpaper to women's dresses, despite being a potent rat poison. Its vibrant color was in vogue until people began to notice the alarming rate at which it caused illness and death. Because of its link with nature, green is often associated with feelings of relaxation, tranquility, and emotional balance. It is believed to have a calming effect on the mind and body, reducing stress and anxiety. This is why green is commonly used in healthcare settings, as it can create a sense of healing and rejuvenation. Even with money, certain shades of green show growth and prosperity even with stocks. A green bar would often be interpreted as good almost immediately. In the William Shakespeare play Othello, Iago famously declares, "O beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on." This symbolic use of the green-eyed monster to represent jealousy likely contributed to the later development of the phrase green with envy. So, the color green has long been associated with envy and jealousy in Western culture. This may come from the belief that jealousy could cause a person's complexion to turn green, hence the saying green with envy. Orange. Orange combines the stimulating power of red and the cheerful qualities of yellow, creating a unique color that captures the essence of joy and vitality. Orange is also closely linked with the changing seasons, particularly autumn, when the leaves of the trees transform into a spectacular array of warm, fiery hues. This connection to nature and the life cycle make it popular in outdoor and adventure-related branding and marketing campaigns. The choice of this robe color is symbolic in Buddhism, representing the principles and values of the tradition. Because orange is often associated with the saffron dye traditionally used to color Buddhist robes, this dye was historically gotten from the saffron crocus flower. The process of dyeing robes with saffron involves a degree of labor and effort, reflecting the monks' dedication to their spiritual path. Orange robes symbolize detachment from material possessions. By wearing these robes, monks express their commitment to a life of simplicity and humility, free from the distraction of worldly goods. Purple. In ancient times, the production of purple dye was a very expensive and laborious process, making it accessible only to the elite classes. The Phoenicians and Romans reserved purple for royalty and the upper elites of society, as it symbolized wealth, status, and authority. So, purple has long been associated with luxury and power. Purple's rarity and association with royalty have contributed to its idea as a symbol of luxury and exclusivity. Cadbury, Hallmark, and Asprey have used the power of purple in their products to give a sense of premium quality, elegance, and indulgence. However, purple also carries a sense of mystery and spirituality. In many ancient religions, purple was believed to represent the link between the physical and spiritual realms, and most of the officials in Christian churches, such as bishops, wore these shades of purple. In the early 20th century, a particular shade of purple became associated with a controversial psychic phenomenon called purple energy, which was claimed to be visible only to specific individuals with supernatural sight. This led to a brief fashion craze where people supposedly wore purple to enhance their mystic energies. Black. Our ancestors, before the invention of fire, often feared the color black, as it often meant that night had fallen and, with it, predators and insects would torment them all night. However, nowadays, on one hand, black is often associated with authority, strength, and confidence. It is the color of choice for many high-profile individuals, from business leaders to fashion icons, as it conveys a sense of control and command. The most common way black is interpreted is to the concept of death and mourning. It is the traditional color of grief and sorrow, worn at funerals and times of loss. This idea of death has led to black being seen as a sad color, representing the finality of life and the weight of human existence. But its versatility versatility allows it to be both stylish and sad, powerful and mysterious. Whether worn as a statement of confidence or a symbol of mourning, black demands attention and invites contemplation. In ancient Egypt, the rich black soil along the Nile River was worshipped as a source of life and abundance. The annual flooding of the Nile, which deposited black silt on the surrounding lands, was celebrated as a symbol of renewal and fertility. White. White has long been associated with purity, innocence, and simplicity. Its clean, pure appearance creates a sense of freshness, clarity, and new beginnings. With no blemishes or spots, white is often perceived as a calming and peaceful color. In medieval times, alchemists believed white was the most powerful color for turning base metals into silver or gold. They dedicated entire studies to creating a perfect white, free from any impurity, believing it held magical properties. This pursuit often led them into philosophical and sometimes literal dead ends, searching for the alchemy of color. The pure, untainted nature of white has led to it being thought of with childhood virginity and a lack of worldly experience. This symbolism is deeply used in many cultural traditions where white is frequently used in ceremonies and rituals related to new life, such as weddings and christenings. With its very simple nature, it can also represent minimalism. In art and design, white spaces can create a sense of elegance, like seeing a white swan on a river, allowing the viewer to focus on the essential elements without distraction. This clean, uncluttered aesthetic has become increasingly popular in modern design, reflecting a desire for simplicity and clarity in our fast-paced world. At the same time, paradoxically, white can be perceived as sterile, cold, or even clinical. Its lack of warmth can create a sense of detachment or distance. This perception has led to using white in hospitals and laboratories where cleanliness and hygiene are important. Pink. Pink is a very bright and playful color that suggests various emotions, including love, playfulness, and femininity. It's a gentle, warm color giving off a sense of tenderness and affection. You often see it suggested with romantic love, as seen in the abundance of pink hearts and roses on Valentine's Day. Pink's soft, blushing color stirs up feelings of sweetness, vulnerability, and compassion, making it a popular choice for expressing love. Pink's youthful energy is well suited to childhood and innocence. Many young girls are drawn to pink because it evokes a sense of fun and a carefree spirit. Pink nurseries, toys, and clothing are familiar sights. However, socially, young ladies' preference for pink can also be influenced by peer pressure and a desire to conform to society's expectations. Children may internalize and adopt these preferences as they interact and observe how others respond to specific colors and styles. Closely tied to this playful nature is the idea of femininity. Historically, pink has been embraced as a feminine color, often used to represent traditional gender roles and stereotypes. From pink ribbons and bows to blush-toned makeup and fashion, the color has become deeply ingrained in the cultural representation of womanhood and girlhood. Yet, in recent years, there has been a shift in the perception of pink. While it still holds its association with love and gentleness, the color has also come to represent strength, confidence, and empowerment. The Pink Ribbon campaign for breast cancer awareness is a powerful example of how pink can symbolize resilience, solidarity, and the celebration of life. Whether used in fashion, interior design, or advertising, pink captures our attention and evokes various emotions. Its soft, welcoming hue can create a sense of warmth and comfort, while its vibrant undertones inject a sense of energy and excitement. There was a time when drunk tank pink was thought to be a soothing color that could suppress aggressive behavior, leading some jails to paint holding cells in this shade. The theory has since been debunked, but it's amusing to think of a color having that much power.